Most of us, we do not understand how real stigma is. We think it is something out there that needs to be removed from the society, like it's some kind of a plant or some kind of a hoarding that you can just remove it and replace it with something else. But what we need to understand is, when it comes to mental health and stigma around it, because that's the first point of doing anything to do with mental health, a young boy gets beaten by his class teacher. All his classmates were speaking in the class, and unfortunately he gets caught and gets beaten very harshly by the teacher. Crying, he reaches home and complains about the teacher to his mother. She looks at him and she would say, "You must have done something very naughty, otherwise why would the teacher beat you?" And when the mother says this, the young boy experiences a lot of anger. And he feels like he's not being understood. Or a young girl who feels very bad that her education was stopped so that her brother can do well. And she goes to the church and probably weeps. And the nun looks at her and says, "Forgive your parents. They're doing their best." Or imagine a woman who was sexually abused by her father and goes to her mother and tells the mother that such a thing has happened to me. And the mother looks at the young girl and says, "Don't tell anyone." Imagine all these three people coming to therapy. You know what one of them would tell me? One would end up telling me that I always get angry. Help me resolve my anger issues. The second person might probably start off by saying, "I find it hard with forgiveness. I can't forgive people. Teach me how to forgive." And the third person probably would come to therapy and would start off by saying, "I don't know why I cannot open up to anyone. I find it very difficult to open up, and I feel very bad because I'm not as social as my friends are. I feel like I'm missing out. Can you help me?" Nobody speaks about the abuse. Nobody speaks about the opportunity that is lost. Nobody speaks about being misunderstood. Eventually, what happens is, when our emotions are not addressed, then it ends up like voices inside our mind, inside our head. And then we have gotten into this habit of pathologizing this entire situation. So if you want to work around stigma, then what is crucial is for you to take charge of your thoughts, to become aware of them. Because if you're not going to be aware of your thoughts, then you're going to end up believing the voices inside your head. It's high time that each one of us take charge of what's going on inside, because at the end of the day, self-care is all about self-talk. It's about how you speak to yourself within yourself.